Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Happy, I don't know what day of the week. Is it Tuesday? Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Hey, get out and vote, baby. Where's my thing at? Where's my look, I got mine. I got mine, baby. You got yours. I got mine. Life is good right now. Look, where it networks, man. On-chain evolution. It's interesting. It's some good stuff. It's something really, really interesting to check out for sure. We're going to cover that. Without question, we get into that. I got to get little Miss Crypto Steve to the polls today after she gets off work. Me and the missus went earlier this morning. So we'll get the little Miss Crypto Steve out after she gets off work today. We'll take her out and make that happen as well. Sam's in the building. My man Siege, good to see you. What's going on? Good to see you, Sam. Appreciate you checking in. Pookie is in the building. How are you, brother? What's going on, DeFi Daddy? Life is great right now, isn't it? Life is great. Property Rich, what you got going on here, bro? I listened to that live stream yesterday. Was it a live stream, AMA, whatever? Some good stuff. I did remember. I'm glad you got the timestamp in there. We'll listen to that some together. Just remind me throughout the live stream, brother. We'll listen to that as well. But yeah, man, get out and vote, man. Get out and vote for sure. I see BTC hit a little 70,000, right? Hit a little 70K. Hit a little 70. Oh, it's at 70K now. Well, how about that? That's cool. Well, it was over 70. Now it's back to 69.6. Wow, that's a big. I got some BTC at 67. So that was cool. I got some BTC at 67K. Where's my thing at? So that was pretty cool. Life is good. Yeah, I hear you, Sam. Sam said, I got someone to vote for me since I'm in the UK, since anyone can vote. Yeah. Layla Herpin, the BTC lady, said something very, very similar today as well. Property Rich says, I had this set up today hoping you were going to go live and I catch you live. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I go through this when we go through that live stream for sure. But I did Flare Community share something about the on-chain evolution for Flood Network. Just pretty cool. It's pretty good numbers, right? It is pretty good numbers as well. I'm supposed to be going over one of my LP positions with the Patreon on Orca today. Make sure I do that. Man, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys checking in. I hope you had a chance to go out there and exercise your right to vote. For sure. I did mine. I got my vote in without question. I wanted to make sure that happened. Why do I have Kraken? Okay. Anyway. Oh, I know why. I had to do my BTC purchases. So Pookie, did you know that? So remember I was telling you guys that I know I shared it on the Patreon. I think I showed you guys the better way to kind of do the whole dirty, nasty fiat to crypto by way of Coinbase is to use your checking account to deposit the dirty, nasty fiat, convert that dirty, nasty fiat into USDC. Both of those things cost you nothing to do it. Checking account to Coinbase, not bank card. Bank card, they charge you. Now, back in the olden days, the checking account clearance was 5-7 days before you could withdraw any crypto that you would buy. Which means if you converted the dollars to stables and then tried to remove the stable, you couldn't move it because the clearance of 5 to 7 business days, hadn't happened yet. Well, when I did it the other day, it cleared everything. I was able to move the state at the latest the next day, but I believe it was later that day I was able to do it. So, in other words, my point to that whole discussion is since the Coinbase fees for buying crypto is so, the spread is ridiculous, plus the fee, the spread plus the fee, that's just way too much. Because of that, I deposit the fiat, I convert it to stables. Both things cost me nothing. And then I deposit the stable, withdraw it on Solana or Arbitrum or Arbitrumism, some of these things, 99% of the time they're free. And then I make the purchase with a smaller spread from another exchange, from one of my favorite exchanges. Okay. So it's cheaper that way. Absolutely cheaper than buying on Coinbase. Absolutely cheaper than buying the crypto actually itself on Coinbase. So that's what I did for BTC the other day. And it didn't take 5 days. It was either the same day the clearance to be able to withdraw was either the same day or the next. And either way, that's awesome, as opposed to 5 days, because, it was the same day because I got the BTC at 67. So it was the same day, just to let you know. So don't, I know a lot of people like to just go buy the crypto on Coinbase. Just understand you're paying a huge spread plus a fee to do that. A huge spread plus a fee to do that. Just so you know. You can use my strategy. It works for sure. All right, so we're going to go over these numbers and let a few more people check in. Let me make sure this chat is good. Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button. We lost all our momentum we have for the channel in terms of subscribers because of the whole freaking grill issue, freaking, surgery, all this stuff, man. Now I gotta get it back and get it back into that momentum so that we're in the green on subscribers as opposed to in the minus with stupid algorithms and kind of how they work and stuff like that. So let's go over CoinGecko, go over these numbers and get into some Flare stuff, man. College basketball started. That was really cool to see. Set up professional audio in audio settings. Professional audio. All right, what do we got going? This is all audio. You guys hear me fine, don't you? Personalized audio isolation, original sound for musicians of the world. Live performance audio is beta. This is called coming from Zoom, I'm thinking. I kind of like the way it is now. I'm not going to, you guys can hear me fine, right? I'm sure you guys can hear me fine. All right, let's go to CoinGecko. Let's refresh CoinGecko just one more time. Maybe we get back over 70 again. We'll see. Go over the numbers. Nope. All right, fam, listen. As we all know, the market is doing what the market does, but we'll share some numbers with you. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is, 2.42 trillion. It's up 1% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is over 57%. Bitcoin is trading at $69,500 approximately. It's up 11% on a 30-day. Ethereum is trading at $2,400 approximately. On a 30-day, it's down 0.5%. Solana is trading at $166 approximately. And on the 30-day, it is up 14%. XRP, the beloved, is at 51 cents. And on the 30-day, XRP is down 3.7%. Market's just kind of doing what it does. It's just kind of doing what it does. Nothing significant of note to point out here. Really. There's really nothing to note. Excited to see Jupiter. The Jupiter Exchange token doing its thing. Excited to see that. What else? Anything? Solve protocol. Interesting. Now, why does Solve Protocol have a BTC price? So this is Solve BTC, kind of similar to Lido Stake ETH. It's number 75 in market cap already. This is one of the places where you could do liquid staking with the BTC. I decided that I was going to go with P stake. Anyway, there it is, fam. That's the market, and it is doing what the market does. Aerodrome financed them moved into the top 100. Wow, that's heavy. That's on the base chain. That is heavy. Yep. So there it is. Where's Jasmine at? I wish. Jasmine's down 12% in the last 30 days. It's not great. It's not great. All right. So there it is, fam. The market again doing what the market does. Let's go over this tweet. Am I on the right? Yeah, I'm on the right thing. From let's go here. Some good stuff. Well, the community kind of put this out. A couple of things. People are always building in silence. Soon we will see a wave of new apps come to the Flare network. Are you keeping your finger on the pulse? Here are some I have my eyes on. XD5 protocol, purchase for futures contract on Flare, digital dynamics, that's the art thing, empowering artists with infinite possibilities. Interesting. Oxen Flow, building accessible blockchain applications, and Art Department Fund. Art Department Fund follows who? Who are they following? Following me? Or I don't know. I think does that mean following me? I think so. I don't know. Your favorite NFT marketplace, NFT marketplace. We literally give away free money. Okay. Get paid to trade. All right. So Flare's on-chain evolution came from RouteScan, the multi-chain explorer. Shared some numbers. Numbers tell the story. That's right. That's right. Let's unpack it. Follow RouteScan_IO and FlareScan_com to stay updated on more analytics and insights. All right, transactions have surged from approximately 400,000 to over 1.7 million and are now stabilizing at around 1 million transactions per day. That's cool. Now we know got a lot of beta testing going on with the FSS systems with minting and stuff like that. But you still got to include SparkDex. You still got to include kinetic markets and Scepter, etc. All right. Active addresses had a steady idle activity of around 10,000 per day. So these are active addresses, idle activity. And until they suddenly skyrocketed to 100,000. Now they are maintaining a daily activity of 50,000. This showcases Flare's capacity to handle high transaction volumes without congestion and strong user retention and consistent engagement on the network, suggesting that new dApps, incentives, or ecosystem expansions have contributed to ongoing user interest. Daily active count is massive. Active, right? In the game, doing some stuff is important. The rate of verified contracts among the deployed contracts is 1.97%, which is impressive compared to the 0.3% on both Greater Ethereum and Superchain. As more developers on Flare take the extra step to verify their code, more improvements build trust and enhance the overall ecosystem security, a significant plus for both developers and users. The network reached a critical milestone as unique addresses surged past the million in March, marking a major adoption wave from onboarding new users. March. Okay. Since its inception, Flare Networks has kept gas fees low, and they've continued to decrease over time. This cost efficiency encourages higher utilization, making the network more accessible for smaller transactions and promoting experimentation on the chain. What about Songbird Canary? Songbird, Flare's Canary Network, recently recorded over 100,000, daily active addresses and peaked at 1 million transactions in a single day, proving to be an excellent test case. Even the constant testnet has demonstrated strong activity with significant engagement in both daily transactions and active addresses. Testnets are often an indicator of a network's developer engagement, and constant performance signals that developers are consistently testing and deploying on Flare. Over the last 10 months, Flare Network has made impressive strides with surging transactions, a substantial rise in active addresses, ding, 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 going up that network adoption curve, and a high rate of verified contracts. Flare highlights the strength of the networks, the strength of the ecosystem. Flare highlights the strength of the ecosystem. Stay tuned for more insight as Flare journey unfolds. Am I following? I follow these dudes. DeFi Divvy, of course. So that's some good stuff from Flare. Those daily active user count, massively important, family, in my humble opinion. Kirk Elliott, what's good, bro? How are you? David Altcoin checked in. What's up, bro? High seas, impressive information. Yeah, right? That's pretty good stuff. Devon Steve says, good evening to all. Yeah, so those are some good numbers. Again, it's about the journey of going up and to the right of the network adoption curve, because that will create demand for the native asset of the blockchain. This is the key. So good numbers for Flare thus far, right? Got that flywheel economy going on for sure. All right, so Property Rich, what you got going on here, bro? What you got going on here? Let's listen to Hugo at the hour and 13-minute stage talking about collateral needed, and they would want 3.5 collateral. I remember on stablecoin to Flare and taking it down to 0.75 stable, 0.75 FLR is saying the price should be going by one stablecoin being $1, making FLR $1.25 each. $1.25. Each, giving you the 3.5, and that taking you up to $2.75 for one FLR, leaving 0.75 of a stable coin. If so, that would be the price. All-time high on the IOU price when it first came out. Makes you go, So this would have to be that price from the very start. Or they would not have the collateral ratio needed. Okay, I got it. I got what you're saying. Bro. Christian. Hi, folks. Wish y'all a good evening. Good evening, Christian. Where are you checking in from, Christian, where it is in the evening time, my friend? That's interesting numbers there, Kirk Elliott. Rick Cisneros says, Siege, what is Flippy trading now? I have not bought any yet. Remind me to check into that, bro. Remind me to check into what's going on with Flippy. I will check. I don't know. I bought uh, I don't know, $5 worth or something. Where are you checking in from, Christian? Germany. Nice. I love it. I was just freaking with a German friend of mine, as a matter of fact. Uh, gosh, I can't remember. Yeah, I was just speaking with her. Kirk Ellis says, yes, it is indeed. It makes me want to buy more. I hear you, my friend. Okay, yeah, I'm going to definitely go to a property, Rich. What part? Oh my gosh. Uh, Let me ask. Bitburg. I almost forgot. Bitburg. Jack A says, which part of Germany are you from, Christian? I thought you were asking about my friend. What part of Germany was she from? Bitburg. I think Mosquito Siege is on. Yep. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Live television. I voted. Where's my vote thing? I voted. Hope you guys did. Hope you guys got out there and did it. Oh, Christian says I'm a first airdrop. I am from Western Germany, near the Dirk border. Dirk border. Okay. Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you checking in from Germany. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right. All right, so let's listen to this from Hugo. By the way, I did get some Flare ETH staked. I got some liquid staking going on Dinero. I showed you guys that, right? I did get that to work. Easy peasy to do. Easy to do. And I'm about to get into that SparkDex liquidity pool. 64% divided by 12 is 5% a month. 5% a month. Jack A says, I've been in the same status, but oh, nice. Knew it. Very nice. 5% a month. 5% a month of your money. Oh, the Dutch border. Got it. The Dutch border. Appreciate you checking in, Christian. 5% a month in a Flare ETH wrapped ETH pool. Let me say that again. 5% a month in a Flare ETH wrapped ETH pool. $5 a month. Now you're getting Dinero and you're getting RFLR as the rewards. Woo! That's, I don't know about you, but that sounds really good to me. It's 5% a month in the liquidity pool with ETH. ETH is the product. Feels like you can hang out in range. To me, I made $27 in a liquidity pool for with $100. So, right. Uh and SparkDex got 5% a month, and that's liquidity pool was like 0.12 a day. Now, I get that's pretty good. Yeah, it's 0.12, I believe. It's 0.14 changes, right? That's $100. It's 0.14 now. It wasn't that way in the beginning. All right, so let's go over this thing here. I'm just saying. SparkDex got a liquidity pool. What? Hold on a second. Let me do something. Let me do a little mathy. Calculator. 0.14 times 30. 4%. They got something going on right now. $5% a month sounds really good. And if you know how to compound that, good night. Not compound, you don't have to put the rewards in. You can compound it otherwise. Okay? A lot of strategies in DeFi. All right, let's go to this thing here, property risk. Let me see if I can't find this. Because I know I saved it. And I don't, okay, let's go back. You got the minutes right, Pookie? I can't fast forward though. I'll see. $13 minutes. All right. Let's see if I can fast forward. I don't think I can, but we'll see. It keeps going back.
Well,
I know that this
available.
This was in the AMA part, right? Somebody asked some question about the collateral and stuff. Man, it was almost at the end of the stream. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't think you were getting home till like 4 or 5 or whatever. You're not going anywhere, right? We still got to go vote. Yeah, we have until 7.
I don't have a paper.
You don't need a paper.
Why did you say I need to look for it?
Because we thought when we went this morning, they didn't ask for the paper.
Well, you already voted?
We voted this morning.
Why am I voting?
So you can vote. Yes, you are voting. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are voting. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. All right, I think I found it. Hour and 13 minutes, you said. Let's find this. All right, let me see something here. Hold on, property riches.
Like the largest amount of their assets. Okay. And we're running up on time, so we're going to do one last question, and then we're going to draw to a close here. And this question is, I've seen Flare talk about TEEs.
Nope, that's not it. All right, so it's a little before a minute 13. Let me go to a minute 12.
100% to something reasonable. And I'm assuming that this is a question asked before, you just answered that other one. No, I mean, you can't. The whole point of the collateral is the bridge, the F asset bridge, is that it is over collateralized. You can't have less than 100% backing factor. In fact, I don't think you should have less than 150% backing factor as a combination of stables and Flare. As I said, we're starting at 1.5 stables, 2x Songbird and Flare. Bring that down as the system gets proven out. You might end up with something like 0.75 in stables and 1 in flare, or maybe 0.75 in flare, in order to, maximize the usage of the system and therefore get the largest amount of their assets.
So was that it? That was it, right? That was it. We were just talking about that. I'm going to start at one and then eventually get to another, right? And so what you're saying, talking about collateral needed, they want 3.5, one stable. This is the beginning, one stable, two FLR taken down. He said Flare and Songbird should be going by one stable being $1, making FLR $1.25 each. FLR, one FLR leaving 0.75 of a stable coin. If so, that would be the price. Right. And that's 3.5 is in the beginning, right? So, yeah, I understand what he's saying. So, and that's going to be in the beginning, right? That's going to be the initial thing until they, play it out. And I think that's good. This is the collateral, right? Yeah. So, and I think that's good. So you're saying based on these collateral numbers and these ratios now, you can kind of get to an FLR price. Right. So I get it. So, and you're saying that the FLR price would have to be that way. Are you saying that the FLR price would have to be that way initially in order to have the collateral system working the way Hugo suggests? Or are you saying that the FLR token will get there? So you're saying yes from the start. 275? $2.75. Just like I remember in Bitroom in the IOU days, it got up that high. It's a penny and a half now. What's going on, Rick? Cisneros, how are you, bro? Huh. All right. So that's an interesting point. I'm trying to think. Percentage. But in the F assets is, make sure I get the FLR price right. And this might be the reason why oh man, it's 0.12 right now. All right, fine. I don't need that. $0.12 to $2.75. 22,816% to 275. What kind of X is that? 200 and something? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Property Rich? No, each FLR being $1.25 each, giving you for both 250 and $1 stable. Okay, the stable being at $1. That would give you the fee collateral. That's a good price. So yeah, $1.25 flare would be awesome. Right. Okay. I mean, either one is awesome, obviously, but so that would be about 11x, wouldn't it? 100. 10,000% increase. 100x. Do you think this is why the FLR price is doing what it's doing after that AMA? Am I doing the math wrong, or is that 100x? Am I not? Am I off? Feels like 100. Oh my God, internet. What the world? And then later 111x. So what you're saying, property rich, is some FLR holders about to become millionaires. Is that what you're saying? Ha. So FLR holders about to become millionaires, multi-millionaires, huh? $0.12. That's what you're saying, property rich. Which means some XRP holders are about to become millionaires. Yeah, I got like 6 figures of FLR tokens in the Celsius debacle. Look, all the other stuff makes sense, right? Hasn't had its bull run yet. Groundbreaking layer one in its own lane, slowly but surely going up and to the right of the network adoption curve. $630 million in the market cap. FDV numbers are not bad. But a lot of people, right, the 50 billion in circulating, 91% from all-time high of 15%. Good numbers. Yeah, collateral numbers are what they are. It's going to be interesting to see. But someone just like yourself, Property Rich, I think, did that numbers based on that. How many people remember this multi-millionaire? He may even be a billionaire. I don't even know. This Arthur Hayes dude. How many remember when Arthur Hayes just kind of subtly out of nowhere does a post or on X and says, "Don't fade flare." Arthur Hayes, remember? How many of you guys remember that? How many of you guys remember that? Arthur Hayes formerly of BitMEX. Remember when he did that? By the way, he's a big time investor in Drift Protocol as well on Solana. Right. So you have to have these numbers in order for it to work. So there's this demand. There's this demand. Pookie Pookie says, I do remember that. So that's good stuff right there. That is some good stuff. And he did say that. So let me see something. He did say that, didn't he? Pookie Pookie says, if you remember, Arthur has said that. Let me see something. I'm trying to do some math based on some stuff. Rick Cisneros says, Siege, I want TVL on Flare when FSS is fully allowed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to hear that part again? Property Rich, sorry, let me do that. Let me go back a little bit more. Let's go back to
operating, just so that when USDX is listed, we're able to launch F assets relatively quickly afterwards.
Okay. And then the next question we have here is around the collateralization of F assets. So previously, we've stated that there would be a 2.5 times Flare tokens backing for F assets. That shifted to 1.5 times Flare and then 1 time stablecoin. And then in the latest video on X, where Tim spoke, he mentioned that it would be 1.5 times collateral, but didn't provide additional information. And this person's just really just looking for clarity about where we are. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So to start with, F assets is going to be 1.5x stables and 2x Flare or Songbird. That obviously gives you 3.5 times over collateralization, which is completely absurd. The reason why we're doing 3.5 times over collateralization is that we want to make sure that everyone feels safe, that the liquidity of Flare, which is relatively of Songbird, and less so of Flare, but the liquidity of Songbird, which is relatively low, requires higher over collateralization. Once we move to Flare, and once the markets for liquidation and all of those kind of things exist and are operating smoothly, then the collateralization can come down. People always sort of fetch about, what's happening? If there's less collateralization, i.e. the ratio gets smaller, then less Flare is going to be locked up. No, that's not true. Actually, it just means that it also means that more F assets are likely to exist, and therefore the same amount of Flare is likely to be locked up. Ultimately, this is a market for collateral. The other side of that market for collateral is the demand for the F assets. If the cost of creating F assets is very high, then there's going to be lower demand for lower demand for the F assets, and therefore lower demand for collateral. So what we're looking to do is find the nicest equilibrium where the largest amount of F assets exist in the safest way possible.
Okay.
Hugo is something. Let me play that again. I have a hard time moving this mouse around. I'll play that again. That's interesting stuff, right?
and operating, just so that when USDX is listed, we're able to launch F assets relatively quickly afterwards.
Okay. And then next question we have here is around the collateralization of F assets. So previously, we'd stated that there would be 2.5 times Flare tokens backing for F assets. That shifted to 1.5 times Flare and then 1 time stablecoin. And then in the latest video on X, where Tim spoke, he mentioned that it would be 1.5 times collateral, but didn't provide additional information. And this person's just really just looking for clarity about where we are. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So to start with, F assets is going to be 1.5x stables and 2x Flare or Songbird. That obviously gives you 3.5 times over collateralization, which is completely absurd. The reason why we're doing 3.5 times over collateralization is that we want to make sure that everyone feels safe, that the liquidity of Flare, which is relatively of Songbird, and less so of Flare, but the liquidity of Songbird, which is relatively low, requires higher over collateralization. Once we move to Flare, and once the markets for liquidation and all of those kind of things exist and are operating smoothly, then the collateralization can come down. People always sort of fetch about, what's happening? If there's less collateralization, i.e. the ratio gets smaller, then less Flare is going to be locked up. No, that's not true. Actually, it just means that it also means that more F assets are likely to exist, and therefore the same amount of Flare is likely to be locked up. Ultimately, this is a market for collateral. The other side of that market for collateral is the demand for the F assets. If the cost of creating F assets is very high, then there's going to be lower demand for collateral. Lower demand for the F assets, and therefore lower demand for collateral. So what we're looking to do is find the nicest equilibrium where the largest amount of F assets exist in the safest way possible.
Okay. Next question is about.
That's interesting stuff there. So they really, really understand the demand side of this ecosystem, which is hugely important. To make sure everyone feels safe, you cannot have collateral at 2x FLR at a price of what it is right now. So it's property rich. That makes sense, bro. That makes sense. Oh no, what the fuck did I just do? There it is. So that's interesting stuff. That is very, very, very interesting. It really is. So Flare, look, they're going up and to the right of the network adoption curve, I think is absolutely massively important. I can't begin to say that enough. And I think they understand that as well. That was a good AMA. And that hour went by really fast. I didn't realize there was an hour. I mean, that went by really, really quick. There's some good questions. I know they didn't bring people up to ask questions. They just had, some, questions, I guess, from X or whatever, from maybe their Discord as well. But overall, it was really good. I copied a post that I wanted to share as well. Who was it from? Our guy, DeFi Daddy, says Flare Labs will roll out XRP on Songbird. You will earn FXRP by providing your Songbird as collateral to these agents. These you can redeem out to mint them on FLR later. Then they will launch FBTC on Songbird. You can then move your Songbird to these agents. if not the same, and earn in the asset as well. And so on, and so on, and so on. Then Doge, right? Until all satellite value tokens are on flare. Regardless of Songbird price, you will be earning F assets. Regardless of the Songbird price, you will be earning F assets, the minting and redeeming fees. You will be earning in F assets, the minting and redeeming fees. Flare's flywheel economy. So is awesome, as I posted here with my guy Steve. I haven't seen Steve on the channel in a minute. I've not seen him in a minute on the channel. It's been a while. What's going on, Steve? So I wanted to cover that as well. Again, the flywheel economy, we talk about it on this channel all the time. You can't ignore it. It can be awesome. The promise of Flare Networks is really, really cool. Let me share something that I think is important for you guys to kind of get what's going on here. This is from Murad, update on year-to-date performance, an update on the year-to-date performance of various crypto categories. Murad said this is a meme coin cycle. Meme coins dominance will increase, he says, he believes, in 2025. All right. Credit to Ceteris Research Delphi Memes for the original table. Let's do that. Got majors. Then he got L1s. So it's interesting. He's got majors and then L1s. Majors, then L1s. Anyway, old memes, new memes, AI slant depend, and again, Solana DeFi, interesting. Cosmos, not great numbers. Modular, not great numbers. ETH DeFi, year to date. Year to date. All right, so let's go over some of these numbers. Let's look at the layer ones. Year to date, ETH is up 5%. Solana is up 55%. The Time Network is 102% up. AVAX down. Near Protocol -2. This is year to date, so that's beginning January. Aptos down. SWI 136% year to date. And Injective, Mina, Say, Phantom all down year to date. Interesting. I used to be a big curve owner. Old memes year to date. Doge up 76%. Shiba Inu 63%. So Doge and Shiba outperforming ETH year to date. Floki 236%. Which is, I don't know why this is saying that's an old meme. But anyway, Bonk and Pepe Coin. It's calling Bonk an old meme. Interesting. Anyway, 31% up for Bonk, Pepe Coin 212%. So I'm looking at Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. All of those memes there are outperforming Bitcoin year to date. Year to date. But Bitcoin's up like 300-something% in the last 2 years. So anyway, year to date is the month of freaking the year of 2024. All right. So I went over the layer ones. AI depend. Honey is on the Solana ecosystem play. It's up 49%. FET, artificial superintelligence, 68% year to date. BitTensor, 60%. Wow. New memes got some crazy numbers, but they're new memes year to date if they just launched. I don't know how fair this is, but it is what it is. Numbers are great. Pepe 512%. He keeps doing this the opposite way because Pepe Coin is the newer one and Pepe is the old one. I don't know why he does that. Anyway, Dog with Hat 1156% year to date. Popcat 14,000%, SPX 6900, 7,883%, Giga 610,000%. God bless them. God bless those folks right there. They're doing well. MOG, Bitcoin, meme coin, Bitcoin, meme coin, Bitcoin, MPC, and Turbo. Just kind of proving his point. These are year-to-date numbers. For me, still 10% back. Do we own WIF? Yes. It's part of our 10% back. Do we own PopCat? I don't remember. I know we own SPS 6900, part of the 10% back. Giga, we own part of the 10% back. And again, for me, this is not this cycle, but the next cycle. I'm owning these for the next cycle. That's kind of how I saw it. But anyway, there it is. Those are the numbers. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Retardio in there, but we didn't get the chance to see that. Let's go over some First Ledger stuff. Top coins on First Ledger based on TVL, liquidity, TVL, market cap, and holders are the three main metrics. So he's got TVL, market cap, and holdership. So very cool. Someone asked about Flippy. Who was asked about Flippy? Not in the top at the moment. Let's see. Bear, ATM, that's David's thing. Expectors thing, right? Drop, Scrap, Bert, Sigmas, Grim, Blue, and Flippy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's interesting. Good to see. It is very, very interesting. The holder count is interesting. There's some big holding out counts here, which is interesting. I mean, good for them. Get some good 4-figure holders. Market cap, 6-point-something million. 933-point-something million. I believe that is like a 10 million or 40 million metric is important. So that's cool. Good for them. Let me do this. This X memes guy's been pretty good. Drop holders assembled and raised $35,000 XRP for a BitTrue official listing. So I guess Drop will eventually get listed on BitTrue. So that's cool. This is so important. So it's been 2 weeks of you diving into every new launch, right? People just get on there and get the newest thing. They actually set their timers and they're on their First Ledger. They just want to grab a new one. That's no research, no whatever, no new, go. They probably allocate a certain amount of XRP. New, go. Launches, go. Right? So since it's been 2 weeks of you diving into every new launch, only to get rugged each time, your XRPs are disappearing faster than Gensler shuts down crypto adoption. Now you're wondering if risking your money on First Ledger memes is even worth it. Pro tip. Let me do that. Pro tip says XRP memes. The sooner you realize that buying and believing in top coins beats over trading on a young, low liquidity platform like First Ledger, the sooner your XRP will start growing. Couldn't agree with him more. Could not agree with him more. Risk Scenario says Siege, the majors are risk-adjusted coins, right from Siege's playbook. 100%. Risk-adjusted reward, 90-10. It'll save you. 90-10 doesn't mean exclusive to one or the other. It's just portfolio, it's asset allocation. Property Risk says, do you understand what Hugo was saying? The price will go straight to when F assets start. Yeah, I understand. Yep, I understand what he's saying. That was look, in a lot of ways, that was a tell. And I think that people got that signal from that AMA. Right? I really do. Right? So that's kind of how I see it as a nice signal from Hugo. I appreciate that for sure. I still put it in a 10% bucket when it comes to allocating. But look, those numbers are just lining up really, really nice. You saw the on-chain activity. The numbers are checking out really, really nice. The timing feels really, really good for this layer one, new, exciting new layer one in its own lane to just, when that liquidity comes in, we're growing the size of the pie of new people entering the space. They got a lot of things kind of timed, feels like nicely. What has to happen, though, is it to work correctly. Like, right? It's got to work. It's got to come out. It's got to launch. It's got to work. You got to get people providing collateral. You got the data, the FTSO. It's got to work, right? But things are lining up for a nice run, right? And so the great thing with the 90-10 strategy is you can still get FLR token, right? You can still get them. Right? You don't have to not get them. Like people keep making these zero-sum choices. I'm all in on meme coins, or I'm never buying a meme coin ever in the history of meme coins. Like they do this, it's got to be all or nothing. And it doesn't work. You don't need to. In fact, it's more risky at doing it that way. Rick Cisneros says, agree too. We need builders and adoption. So even if it comes through for memes, the more activity, the better. Absolutely. Got to get the XRPL activity going up and to the right, builders up and to the right. I think First Ledger is going to be a really good thing for the XRPL. They're doing a lot of good things and early, nice attention to detail. Or again, this thing is early. It's like 2 weeks. Well, yeah. I mean, they need liquidity. Property risk says they need liquidity, right? Well, yeah, you don't need to test, FLR and East, right? Somber is still Canary now, but they do need liquidity, right? Without question. They definitely need liquidity. They got to grow. They need liquidity on Songbird either. Right? Songbird is the Canary Network, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. They're going to need the liquidity for the F assets without question. And he said in that live stream, by the way, that, don't be going balls deep over there when, FSS on Songbird. He said that. Don't be doing that. Said that in a live stream, right? The balls deep is on Flare. If at all. If at all. Right? A little 1% here, 0.5% there, 2% on Songbird. Help them test. That's what I'll be doing. And then wait for that thing to get on for FLR. Wait for it to get on Flare. So I still don't know how Songbird token is going to perform. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to perform. I know we were all talking 50 cents for FLR. I know people want to talk price all the time. I know we were thinking like 50 cents for the FLR token, but never know. Never know. All right. Property risk says, yes, me too. I will wait for it to go to the mainnet. Yeah. Right. And so, yeah, big time important, really. Just to let you know, I did hop on flare.dinero.xyz and did some liquid staking over there. But I'm really excited about this SparkDex pool. Let me share it with you. Little SparkDex pool. I'm really excited about this pool here. Just like Property Risk says, they need liquidity. And as a DeFi business owner, I'm here to provide a service. What we got going on here? Where is that pool at? Do I need to connect really just to see all the pools? Anyway. All right, hold on a second. I shouldn't have to. Like, why do I need to? Oh, I'll just do my test wallet. I just want to see what's going on. Just want to see. Why is my MetaMask got something? Oh. Let me check this out. Let me see what's good here. All right, so here's some of the farms. Wrapped ETH, 52% now. It was 64% this morning. Wrapped ETH, Flare ETH. 719 in TVL. Fee, 5% rewards, 47%. And the reward is Dinero and RFLR. Where'd it go? Okay. 40,000 RFLR, 10,000 in this Dinero token. Yeah, so it's a little lower than it was earlier, but these things change. Let me see what we got. 0.05 fee is not bad. See here. Yeah. ETH, FLR ETH. So, you know, if you can do a custom range on this, right? Pretty tight. Not financial advice, not telling you guys getting these pools, but it's ETH and ETH. And, you know, if you know how to do a custom range, you can really take advantage of that 0.05% fee. And, you know, that's about let me see, 0.10 times 30. It's pretty good, 3%. A little over 4%. It's pretty good a month. And again, this was just 57% before I started this live stream. So, and that's going to go up and down. It's going to go up and down. The thing that I like is interesting. Like a lot of people don't, it's not 47% understand. That's a month. So it's not a year. It's, you know, 3-4% a month. You know, get the RFLR. It's not bad. Get some RFLR. It's not bad to have some RFLR. You're just providing liquidity. It's ETH and ETH. It's not a whole lot of permanent loss going on, right? And you still get the fees. So I see this TVL number jumping once people really understand what's going on here. So 719,000 now, is that right? Personally, I see that, you know, kind of jumping. And yeah, I have FLR. I mean, I have FLR ETH, right? So provided some over here, got some of that FLR ETH, right? Had some ETH, got some RFLR ETH. You can take that. And I don't know which wallet I did that on, though. No, I did it on my old test wallet. I did do it on the test wallet. So I could technically provide. They would split that up, though, to ETH. So, and I could technically provide some liquidity there if I wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, I could technically do that. See what it says if I just hit add. Oh, I did like 30 something bucks. Wasn't it like 35 bucks? Why isn't asking me to connect? Okay. Why would you do that? You take advantage of the rewards. Again, let's see. You got the manual. I don't know why it's coming up there. It's got 0.05. It's a boost. It's boosted up. And then, you know, what I would do, personally, just kind of thinking what it is. What do I got going on here? Got a little bit of FLR ETH and ETH. I would obviously just do this, max it. What I personally would do is go to arrange right like that, right? Personally, I would do something like this and just provide liquidity, you know, tighter the range, the better, more efficiency, the more rewards you get. It's ETH and ETH. Not a whole lot of difference between FLR ETH, liquid staking ETH and ETH, right? As far as, you know, moving in tandem. Yeah. So people are going to be snatching that up for sure. Let me see some. If I just do the FLR ETH, I don't even have any wrapped ETH. So if I went to swap my liquid staking ETH into ETH, that's what I would do. I would take advantage of that 4% a month. This is me. I'm just thinking out loud. That's what I would do. I would be taking advantage of that. Yeah, it's only 34 bucks currently price. I would be taking advantage of that. Right. I would be swapping some of this, half of this to that. And I would be taking advantage of that. Right. It's you know, it's about 0.01 risk. Right. For that. So Jack A said, what's going on with your notes? I've been getting wrecked on there past several months. That's not great, bro. Not good. Not great. Christian says, don't you use a Bifrost wallet, Siege? My main activity on Flare is with Bifrost, but that's my test wallet. That's where I just go, you know, I put a little 50 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that, and those stuff there with the test wallet. The main wallet I just use Bifrost. But that's just kind of show you guys, Christian, kind of how to do it and what I do, you know, that type of deal like that. I should withdraw from this little test while I'm out of balance over here. It's not great. Out of range, rather. What the world? Why would this thing not be? I was just on here. You know, okay. Cool. And I'm just gonna, this 0.3% is awesome. But I'm out of range, so I'll have to redraw. You can't really do like a little balance, or snuggle balance. Well, I could. I'll just withdraw and do that. For now, take that all out of there. See how that. Let's see. What is this saying here? I don't know why it keeps doing that. That should be totally out of that. Yep. And yeah, I'll leave it in the jewel for now. Out of range. It went into all jewel, 100% jewel token. And I would just swap my jewel for FLR. That's what I would do. Not telling anybody to do. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. So we're not in a hype cycle yet, but that's a nice pull as far as I'm concerned. That FLR, ETH, and wrapped ETH is a nice pull. Take advantage of that. And get rewards in RFLR and Dinero. Got to see what's up with Dinero. They just launched. It's a new thing, right? So, you got some options there. You can swap the Dinero rewards into FLR or some other thing that you think is whatever. Take those rewards. You could swap it into stables, and wait for some better pricing on some other thing, or you can take the stable somewhere else and get more APR, right? It's all about cash flow. So anyway, there it is. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it, fam. That's kind of how I see that stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's been a really cool hang. I got to get the little. You heard her saying she's not going. I heard her say she's not going to vote. We're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to change that. We can't have people not voting in the crypto season's home. No way. You're welcome, Jack A. All right, family. Thank you so much. Do me a favor. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, please do so on the way out. It's one of the greatest ways to support the channel. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. And if you happen to be in that 45 to 50% or so of people hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, and if you have enjoyed those hangouts, if you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get the number from 50% down to about 25% or so, and you can help and do your part by just hitting that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. I would ask you to consider this, or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.